Itu salah satu proyek yang cukup menarik gitu ya.
We've yet to have a project in Indonesia, but
That has impacted me quite deep.
Kalau ini bisa digedein, it's unbelievable.
Banyak orang berpikir bahwa arsitektur tuh selalu tentang bangunan cantik lah.
I don't think it should be just beautiful in terms of the visual look. I believe architecture is about co-creation, co-create with the environment, the climate, the people that use the building.
Sebagai solusi atas permasalahan yang diberikan kepada arsitek dalam bentuk ruang.
And I think if that all fits together, a beautiful architecture will eventually emerge.
Kita tahu statement paling mendasar adalah kekurangan area publik yang ada di Jakarta. Dan juga berlanjut berpindahnya ibu kota baru dari Jakarta ke Pulau Kalimantan atau yang kita sebut sebagai Nusantara. Muncullah kesempatan untuk ikut di dalam sayembara yang di-provide oleh Lixil. Sayembara tersebut adalah Lixil Architecture Design Competition. Kita ditantang untuk bisa mengatasi bangunan kompleks pemerintahan yang ada di Jakarta yang nantinya akan berpindah ke ibu kota baru.
Sebenarnya kenapa kita pilih itu tuh, sebagian besar orang ngomongin, apa nih buat kapan ibu kota baru mau ngapain gitu. Makanya kita come up dengan ide adaptasi arsitektur tadi, supaya kita melihat Jakarta yang mau ditinggalin nih gimana.
Dengan membuat berbagai banyak macam fungsi yang kita sebut sebagai konsep mixed use, kita coba memprovide bangunan hunian, perkantoran, komersial, dan berbagai area publik yang tadinya ruang tersebut bisa dikatakan terbengkalai, menjadi ruang yang lebih hidup untuk meningkatkan kualitas hidup yang lebih baik.
Kami melihat bahwa kemajuan teknologi, kemajuan ilmu arsitek akan selalu berkembang, sehingga Lixil merasa perlu untuk berkolaborasi buat membangun knowledge or skill atau experience dari teman-teman arsitek di Indonesia. Nah, Pandu ini pemenang dari kelompok profesional.
Memenangkan sayembara Lixil Architecture Design Competition merupakan suatu pengalaman yang sangat berharga buat saya. Dan saya juga sangat merasa terhormat untuk bisa mewakili, tidak hanya mewakili Airmas, tapi juga saya mewakili arsitektur Indonesia.
Sehingga kita mendapat kesempatan buat melakukan studio visit di Noeta, di office yang di Hong Kong.
So we're really about collaboration. So in a lot of ways, it makes a lot of sense that we would engage in something like this together with Lixil. So I think we're just excited, really. In all honesty, selecting our participant was really difficult. Everyone was extremely engaged and wanted to partake. And we had to, in the end, choose Cynthia. She's fantastic and will engage, I'm sure, extremely well in Indonesia.
So actually, at first when I know about the program, I'm very excited. And I'm sure for Pandu as well, he will be very excited to learn more about our practice as well as the situation in Hong Kong.
But while Pandu is here, everyone will be taking part in this exchange in a lot of ways as well. And what have we got planned for Pandu this week? A lot.
We went to the Peak to see the skyline of Hong Kong because the Peak is a very good location where you see all the objects. Architecture as object in Hong Kong, and you sort of can identify sort of key pieces and key sort of urban transformation.
Dari skala kota Hong Kong itu sendiri, mereka punya isu keterbatasan lahan, tapi mereka cukup baik bisa manfaatkan lahan kecil dengan fungsi yang juga baik pula gitu. Di Hong Kong itu kita bisa lihat ground levelnya retail, atasnya tiba-tiba office, tiba-tiba residensial. Mungkin itu salah satu hal yang bisa kita pelajari dari Hong Kong ke Jakarta. Kemudian visit ke salah satu proyeknya, itu proyeknya Airside. Itu salah satu proyek yang cukup menarik gitu ya.
So it's really like a new mall hub in the old airport plot, Kai Tak. Actually, that's the reason why it's called Airside. We show him around how we come across the design because the client is started as a fabric manufacturer. We explain the concept of how we try to integrate textile qualities into the building.
Tidak hanya terhadap bentuk, tidak hanya hanya pemanfaatan ruang, tapi mereka coba menyentuh ke dalam hal-hal kecil yang justru kita nggak bisa bayangkan gitu.
Ranging from pleating, from weaving, from how like different things come together, the ribbon atrium, and using sustainable material as a key aspect of our retail space.
Kalau hal yang saya pelajari lainnya adalah itu lebih ke tentang desain metode yang ada di Snohetta, Hong Kong.
I think our process is quite different to many firms. We are quite collaborative, we are quite people-oriented, and we always trust in the process of collective intuition.
Tanpa memperdulikan experience, titel, dan lain sebagainya, semua orang punya kesempatan yang sama untuk melakukan diskusi di satu wadah yang sama yang dinamakan desain pingpong.
We want it to be real, so he will be joining some real project design section and also sharing his idea to us on some of these projects.
Selama Cynthia berada di Airin Mas Asri di Jakarta, kita make sure bahwa Cynthia bisa visit ke beberapa project yang berbeda tipologi setiap harinya, seperti misalkan Pakubono Spring. Pakubono Spring merupakan proyek high-end apartemen. Lalu kemudian kita visit ke Sarinah. Sarinah merupakan mall pertama di Indonesia. Kami mencoba mengembalikan fungsi Sarinah kembali menjadi area publik. Yang terakhir adalah Tamrin 9. Tamrin 9 adalah proyek kolaborasi antara Air Mas Asri sebagai arsitek lokal dan KPF sebagai arsitek utama. Tamrin 9 merupakan kompleks mixed use yang memiliki banyak fungsi, mulai dari retail, office, residential, apartment.
So there are many thoughts and many inspiration and idea has come to me that's more related to the comfortability, because as I walk through the building, I thought I'm in an enclosed space with air condition, but actually part of that building is not enclosed, which compared to Hong Kong, we have huge reliance on the air condition and ventilation system. I didn't imagine that comfortability that an open structure can bring about like closed space to bring away the heat. And this sort of element keep repeating in many architecture that I visited here. It's actually all the things that we talk about in Snohetta, like about the collaboration, co-working with people, and being people-oriented to generate good process and good design. And I feel like actually in here, the people already have that quality. It's really just how to use that and to create an environment and building of your own. So in general, to bring back, like to get this knowledge and really use it in the new projects that I will encounter in the future. Many times I don't know what is the new project, but then it has become in my dictionary, like and language of architecture.
Yeah, and I think this exchange has been a great, chance for us to really engage in a new area. But I think to actually engage with a younger generation and create a platform for that exchange for us has been really exciting.
It would be super meaningful if this program can extend beyond just one office. Maybe different cities and important architects in different parts of the world.
Kalau kita ngomongin dengan mission dari Lixil, make a better home become reality for everyone, everywhere. So we are part of the community, so we have responsibility untuk contribute to the community, kalau saya bilang.
Saya mau ucap terima kasih ke Lixil atas kesempatan yang sangat luar biasa ini.
Thank you, Lixil. Thank you, my office.
Saya nggak expect kayak gini gitu. We are tuh at the same level loh sama yang kelas-kelas dunia itu tuh. Kayak Pandu gitu, waktu Pandu ada di Snohetta, he can contribute gitu. Kalau ini bisa digedein, impact-nya it's unbelievable.
I think it's a very fruitful journey for me and Pandu, because after all, architecture is serving people and we need to know people before we know architecture. Yeah.